that didn't work because I gotta hit this and then do this. Okay. There we go. I have to do that, then I have to do this. Okay.
Every name on a faded page, every road sign, every age, from a small town farm to a harbor town, your story's waiting to be found. All roads lead to home, where the road goes deep and wide. For your family, for the glory, every soldier, saint and pride. Royal bandit, heroes, ring out from the dusty stone. Join up for your family, stay for the history, find your own. From the first shots fired for a brand new flag, to the smoke and thunder of a tattered rag. Across the ocean, through the gone gray sky, their courage lives in your eye. All roads lead to home, where the road goes deep and wide. From the revolution's fire to the cannon's distant cry, north and south, the trenches, 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 where the marching drums had grown. Join up for your family, stay for the history, find your own. They stood in the cold, they wrote their names in dust. They carried hope and fear, they handed you their trust. Trace the lines, connect the ear, feel their footsteps in your bones. All roads lead to home, where the road goes deep and wide. Worlds apart through every war, still they walk by your side. Royals, rebel bandits, heroes, every seed they've ever sown. Join up for your family, stay for the history, find your own.
And that's the last of it, just some music playing, which we don't really need to listen to. My wife actually really loves that song, and I do too. Like, I've grown attached to it.
Okay. Tonight's guest, as you can see, is Randy Rhodes, the force behind All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy Services. And tonight, that's what we're going to talk about, genealogy.
Yeah, and Dave has kindly allowed us to use his information. So I've
Yes.
been working on his tree the past several days just to get an idea of what I can do, and obviously show Dave some of his past history.
Okay.
A little background on myself. I've been doing this over 10 years now. I started off just, doing my own family tree, and I posted some of it on Facebook, and a relative reached out to me, and she said, Randy, she said, I don't understand. Maybe you can help me. Could you explain to me why one side of my family doesn't talk to the other side of the family? And I said, well, that really doesn't have anything to do with ancestry. I said, that's probably just some inward fighting. But I tell you what, give me some information, and I'll look see if I can find something, right? So she gave me her name, when she was born, her mom and dad's name when they were born. And since they were both still living, I got their grandparents' name. So I started working on the family tree, and I got to her great-great-grandfather, who was in World War II. Great-grandfather was in World War II. And found these newspaper articles. So I use over 12 different services. I use 23andMe, I use Ancestry, I use Find a Grave. I use GeneNet. I use Family Tree, Family Search. Newspapers.com. I use a lot because I'm not the kind of guy that just takes the information from one source. Yep, that's it. That's correct. I want to make sure that everything I find is true. So the grandfather was in World War II, and popped up with some newspaper articles about him coming home, a national hero. He and another soldier held off all these Germans, killed a whole bunch of them. He came home to a ticket parade, right? So hunky dory, he's a hero. He goes home to say, "Hi, wife, I'm home," and here she has a 9-month-old baby boy.
Uh-oh.
Well, obviously, it was not his. Let me close these curtains.
Okay. It was not his.
So it was not his baby boy. He knew that because he wasn't home 9 months ago. And there are like 6 different newspaper articles. I won't give you any great details, but the 9-month-old baby did not live. Okay.
Oh.
So I reached out to her. I said, "Look, I found some things." I said, "This might be why they don't talk to each other. I have the proof. I have the evidence. It's factual. But I'm kind of concerned giving it to you because I don't want your family getting worse at each other." She said, "No, Randy, I got to know. Send it to me." So I said, "Okay, I'll send it to you. If it makes it worse, I don't want to hear about it." So I sent her information, and she was absolutely shocked. But 2 things occurred. This is what happens. This is, when I have clients like for yourself, and they want me to do a certain thing, in the search of your history, all kinds of stuff pops up. So in the search of looking for that answer for her, I started finding some Italian ancestors. Now I'm talking about Italy, right?
Okay.
And here these newspaper articles kick in, and they were members of the mafia. So I quickly stopped, reached out there. I said, "Did you know that you have living relatives who are members of the mafia?" "Oh, yeah, I knew that. Should I have told you?" I said, "Would have been nice." I said, because every time I do something, if I take a piece of information, a picture, an article, whatever, whoever originally placed it, wherever I found it, gets a ding. Randy Rhodes just shared your information. I said, I don't need a horse head showing up on my on my front of my porch because the mafia thinks I'm looking into them. Well, Randy, if you need a body buried, I have the people to do it for you. I said, well, thanks for that. But also in the process of doing that, I found another piece of information about an uncle of hers whose dad was a bus driver for the town. All right. Mm-hmm. And the people did an article, reached out to newspapers. I said, "Can you please find out from us who this driver is?" Because every time we get on the bus, he greets us with this big smile. So the newspaper did some information looking into it, found out who it was. So here's this big article about the uncle. So I shared it with her, and she shared it with her cousin, that was his father. He reached out to me. He said, "Randy," he said, "I never knew this about my father. Thank you so very much. Here is $50. Right? Ding, 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 ding. I can make some money. Again. So that's what started the whole thing about trying to reach out to folks. And I do it through primarily Facebook. In fact, 100% through Facebook. Okay. And other than you and one other person, all my clients are from the South. I don't know why. I don't advertise that way. I don't promote myself as the guy, the go-to guy for Southern history, but that's what happens.
Well, let's prove him wrong.
Yep.
People on Street Lock are watching on YouTube, and people on X are watching on YouTube. And tomorrow it'll be all over the place too for people to watch.
Yeah, and it's not, again, it's not, sometimes I think that people in the South want to know more about their history than the North. Prove me wrong, people, prove me wrong. But it seems like the folks in the South want to know about their connection to the Confederacy. So let's go into, so like I said, I use over 12 different services. I've been doing this for 10 years. One thing I tell everyone up front is I'm not certified as a genealogist. I didn't go to a school for 8 weeks and take a test and get this piece of paper on my wall. And I felt guilty about it when I first started doing it. And one of my friends on Facebook, he's a millionaire. He has a group called Family Tree Nuts. He's a
Okay.
retired colonel from the Marines, and he has this genealogy company. He has a multi-million-dollar company, and he does movies, videos, all kinds of stuff besides the ancestry thing. And I reached out to him. I said, "Look, can I, without that piece of paper on the wall, call myself a genealogist?" He said, "What do you do?" He checked out my group. He checked out my work. And he said, "Randy," he said, "even I don't have that piece of paper on the wall." He said, "As long as you do your research, you confirm your research, you verify your research, and the people are happy, go for it." He said, "Even I don't have that piece of paper on the wall." And I had one client saw a Facebook broadcast. Their name is Tracy Reagan. By the way, all the people I work with, they allowed me to use their names.
Okay.
So I reached out to Tracy Reagan. Reached out to me after I did a live show. And she said, "Randy, I just paid someone $3,000 to do my tree and to answer 3 questions for me." She said she knows her name is Reagan, not Ronald Reagan, not related to him. She asked this genealogist, a certified genealogist, when did Reagans first come to Maryland? Who was Timothy Reagan's father? And a third question. I keep forgetting that third question.
Okay.
So she had to pay up front $3,000. And what she got back was no answers. She got a 16-page double-spaced report. And in it was maybe, could have been, might have been. There's nothing definitive about what she found.
Okay.
She said, "Randy, if I hire you, can you get the answers for me?" I said, "I'll do the best I can." So she paid me, and I got her answers. No, not even close. Not even close. And so I found her answers. I found when they came to Maryland. I found the kids, the father she was looking for. He had a brother. So his dad died, and the mother married the brother. So that kind of confused things too, because they intermarried.
Yep.
But I got the answer she wanted. And she was tickled pink. She stayed with me for 5 years, and she finally had to leave because her daughter died and left her with her 2 grandkids to raise. So I said, "You know what? They are more important than what I do. Take care of them." But that's what I think sets me apart from other people. I'm not saying other genealogists don't do what I do, but I'm awake from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. I use 2 iPads, my cell phone. I have 3 27-inch screens set up, and I'm constantly working, trying to get the best information I can. I use different services. Ancestry comes with some really neat things. I pay extra for their AI to double check my facts. So if I put something that's wrong, they say, "Nope, not right, and I got to find out where I went wrong. They also have a service where you can enhance and colorize old photos. Okay, and it was nice, it was decent. But then I found ChatGPT, and I'll tell you what, it's a world of difference. So I paid extra money for that, and I reached out to my client and said, "Here's what Ancestry enhancement looks like. This is ChatGPT enhancement. Which do you like?" And they all but one like the ChatGPT. I have one guy who wants the originals the way they are. Okay. Now the nice thing is that even though I enhance and colorize the photos, the original stays. It does not get changed.
Okay.
So let's start going here to your family tree. And
My
folks,
family tree.
Right, folks, the way it started, I asked Dave, obviously for his name, and his birthday, his mom and dad's name, and if they were still living, like his mom is, her information is protected by law. Okay. Yeah. And there's a way around that. And I'll tell you how I do that in a second. But here's his mom, here's his dad.
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
Obviously the leaves mean there's hints to be found. So Ancestry will find around all over the millions and millions and millions and millions of records. They'll find something that matches up to these people. Sometimes they make a mistake, but I double check all that good stuff. Okay. So since his mom is still living, I had to ask for the grandparents, which I have here. Okay. Now, obviously I don't have a death date here or here, but that's easy to be found. So I go here, and here it says I have 11 hints. Okay. So I don't just take the hints, I verify them. First, I verify them by The names I have already on record, okay, which here is Father Allart. Up here is Albert Allart. He has a very long name. Uh, Mother's Anna. So here's Anna. So they both work out. And then the sibling is Sam. So I don't have his siblings yet. But that information works out.
Sam was no. I'm gonna feedback for there. But Sam is Sonder.
Sam is what?
Sam is Sonder. Sander. I believe he has. Okay. We have Facebook on somewhere. So Facebook is double. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn that down. But Saul, Robert, Cyberstone, and Sam are brothers, and Sam's actual name is Sonder. I believe his middle name is Robert too. Alta is one of their parents, and I can't remember what the other one's name was. But you're right so far.
Oh, so you get me back. Okay. So I just changed to Albert. Okay. And now, one of the things that also makes life interesting for me is that over the years, the names changed, the spelling. A couple of reasons is that the folks didn't know how to spell. They spell phonetically, by the way it sounds. Or when they came to New York or wherever they came in to the ports come in, and they say, "Oh, my name is blah 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 blah." The guy taking information right down at the entry port doesn't know how to spell his name, so he says, "Nah, this is you. This is how you're going to spell it. From now on, spell your name this way." So that's why there's 3 names here. What I use.
Go ahead.
What I use to confirm are the tombstones.
Right,
So Ancestry has a contract with Find a Grave, okay,
Right.
which is nice. I don't have to worry about paying for it. So let's go to Find a Grave. Boom. Okay. So Find a Grave is an organization that people go out and they'll take the pictures of all the tombstones. They'll do some fact checking as to who they are. If there's multiple tombstones to a family, they'll add all the information. And then family members can add extra stuff as well. Okay. So let me split my screen here so we can see what I normally would do. Okay. So I have the names being Albert, Alter, Isaac, Yisak, Sapperstone.
Right.
He died, Alter, Sapperstone. So I take
Right.
what's on the tombstone as the name I'm going to use.
Right.
So I'll get rid of that. And I will get rid of this.
Right.
And then my clients know that when they see the last name is capitalized,
Right.
they know that I confirmed the information as being correct.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you. I have. Okay. I heard this off for a second because the doubling up messes me up. But Alter and his wife, whose name I don't remember, were Sapperstones. Saul and Sonder, and I think a sister were Sapperstones until, well, they were Sapperstones, I think, until Saul, at the request of his wife, Ethel, who is my grandmother, requested that Sapper be cut off and they used the last name Stone, which was similar to Harry came in as a Glovinsky and decided to change it during the war because he didn't want racial prejudice, so he changed it to Glovin.
Yeah,
And some others changed it to different other variations, which
You're correct. A lot of folks who came in to the United States from Germany, who might have been Jewish or Russian or something, like you said, they didn't want to be have any kind of racial thing going on. So there's only one child showing up here. That's Blanche. So let me go over and add Blanche to my soul.
Okay.
Oops. Down. Now, since I capitalized the father's name, hers automatically gets capitalized.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I do, if the female is married, I put the maiden name in parentheses.
I don't know her name.
And her maiden name is Sapperstone. So she got married to a Packard. Let's put in the birthday here, 1896, 1963. Now, the fact that I added her married name, now Ancestry knows, hey, she's married, so let's look for her husband's information. So there's 22 hints here. What I'm going to do, I'll fill in this. I won't take a lot of time here. I'll fill in the gaps later. But what I would do is go to her Blanche, and she's from Russia. Okay, so I would put in birth. She was born in Russia, and she died in New York. I would add that over here as well.
Yeah.
I'll add the images. Okay.
Okay.
I just do tomb, and add the images. I'll also put down the burial date and where they're buried. I have several clients who live near where a bunch of their ancestors passed away, and they'll actually go there and place flags or flowers or something like that. Okay. So here's her husband, Abraham Packard. Okay. So I'm going to add Abraham here. And what's neat is that
Okay.
Go ahead.
What is just relationship to Walter?
Yep, I'll tell you in a second. I'll show you that. One of the nice things is that sometimes when I see a particular name like Packard, my first thoughts go to, hey, it's a car.
No.
But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So Albert, Dave just asked what the relationship is. Albert Sapperstone is his great grandfather.
Right.
The way I know if my information is correct, first you see where it says you're pro, check for errors, pro. If I had a mistake, answer say, you got a mistake. Okay. Also, this line, I want to see this line flashing. That's a hyperlink. So when I click on it, boom, it gives me the connection to Mr. David Glovin.
Okay.
If I made a mistake, that link would not work. Okay. Let's go to the gallery. So some families add a bunch of pictures, okay, because they love their pictures, okay. And here's all the pictures. Sometimes when they have group pictures, the family who posted it would put down who's in there, but they didn't do that here, okay. Let me show you what this picture will look like colorized. Let me go to here. Let me grab, how about this one here? So I'll do is I'll save this. I need some gap here. Okay. I gotta shrink all my screens down. So I'm going to download the photo. My screen might be a little.
Always busy. And that's 27 desk.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes I get a bunch of screens open. It's like, oh my God. I'll actually have two trees working at the same time because, hey, they're related to each other. That's pretty cool. So what I'll do now, I got the picture saved. Okay. So let me get, come on, where's my arrow? There it is. There. Okay. And pull this over here. This is ChatGPT. I'm going to upload the photo. Boom. There it is. I'm going to say colorize this photo. Sometimes it takes, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on what they're doing with it. There are some times like if there's a Confederate flag or the AI knows it's Confederate, it will not colorize. It'll say it goes against our rules, and then I have to try and sweet talk it into making an enhancement, and it does. Or
I don't
see
see
this?
stones.
See this?
Glovins have
See what it said here?
Predators.
You see what it says here?
What?
It says
What?
It says we are sorry, but the image may violate our guardrails concerning similarity to third party. So anything is a third party. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is my great grandfather.
No, it may not let you do that.
It normally does.
Yeah, but you can't have more than one great grand.
Sorry, what?
You can't have more than one great grand.
They don't know that. So I pay for this service, so I can do like as many enhancements a day as I want. Okay. Did you have, no, there he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So I'll add this, and again, I got a lot of windows open. Drag here. Where's my arrow? There it is. Bring you over to here. Come on. Well, it's just dragging here. There we go. Okay. Bring us over here. Add it to the gallery. Then I'm going to change the face profile here to him. Boop. And there he is. Pretty cool, right?
Yep. So what else do you want to know? Or what else do you have?
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me bring us back over here. Doop. Come on. There we go. And to save. Boom. There he is. The neat thing is that I got said to you earlier, I only got up to Abraham Glovinsky. Okay.
Well, that's all I really wanted you to do.
Okay. So over here,
for lack of putting it any other way, Abraham Glovinsky would have been the founder of the Glovinskys and the Glovins, because, as I said to you, Glovinskys under Abraham changed their name to Glovin, and hence we are.
Yeah. Now see all these arrows. It opens up additional people. Obviously, it would take some time here. But if Ancestry finds a potential match to a father or mother, it pops up here. So I'll add that.
Okay.
I'll say yes. And if they found more, go further.
What was the relationship between Alter and Blaine? I mean,
Alter,
because what I understand is Alter had a wife named Alta, Alta, I believe, who is the mother of those that I mentioned.
Okay, let me go to Alter.
So I don't know Blanche, but there are people I can check with that might know of Blanche, but I myself do not.
Which name did you say?
Alter.
Well, the name changed.
Alter Saperstone had
Saperstone.
Right. Alter Saperstone was married to, I thought, Alta Saperstone, and they had my grandparents. My grandfather came from Alter, and I believe Alta.
Okay, so here's Alter. According to this, the family, I guess the wife didn't get buried the same place, because otherwise you'll see have the wife's tombstone here.
I don't know.
But if I were to work on the one that's there, which is Blanche, let's see if Blanche gives us some information about who. Actually, answer said the mom should be Anne. Okay, so let's go here and see what it says. There's her picture. So I'll add her picture real quick. And there's some more pictures. And just so you know, folks, these pictures I add if you have a computer and a printer hooked up to it, you'll be able to print them out. Okay. So here's the finest stone. So let's see. Again, she's born in Russia. Let's see. Blanche, Abraham is father, mother. Okay, so here it says the mother is last name is Sukbram. Okay,
Is that Alter's mother or Blanche's?
that'd be Alter's wife. Should they say this? The New York marriage says that it's Sukbram. So if I were to go to here, I can actually see the marriage information.
Okay. I don't know how much. I don't know how much of that is right, but like I said, I grew up believing that Alter had a wife named Alta, Alta, but I could be mistaken.
And again, your tree is still fairly new, so I'm still working on verifying the information and adding to it. You only have like 700 people on your tree. I have some that have 60, 70,000 people. It's amazing. But here's Blanche, married, Carl Packer, has a kid. Says the mother is Sukbram. I don't know who Sukbram is. I have the wife. Now, sometimes people get married twice. Okay. Again, it's up to the family members to sometimes to add information. With living people, the way around living people, sometimes people will do obituaries, to do marriage announcements, anniversary announcements, and that's how I find the living people.
I don't know anything of Blanche and the Packers. Not to be rude, I just don't.
Okay.
In what I know, I haven't heard of Blanche or the Packers side.
Okay, so here is the 1930 census. Okay, which is the censuses are normally accurate, but sometimes because of the person taking information, they spell it differently because they don't know how to spell. So here you have. So I would change her name to Anna Sapperstone. But here she is married to Alter Sapperstone, and here she has Saul as a baby. That's
who's right? But who's Blanche? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand.
Blanche is daughter of Albert.
Albert, as in
Albert Sapperstone.
Okay.
Blanche is his daughter.
Okay, because I don't know. I don't know. I for some
like
reason
I said,
don't know of her. But there were a lot of sons and daughters, and I don't know. I don't know of all of them.
See, the find and grave is my final check, okay? Because they're dead, and the people match up. That and they're probably buried side by side. I don't know.
I know some of their children. Like I said, Saul is my grandfather. Sam is his brother Sonder. That's his full name. And I believe there was a sister named Faye that I have met several times, I know. And I think that's it. So there could be more brothers and sisters that I don't know of. And I apologize if anyone is watching, but I don't know them. So.
See, here's an obituary, okay? And obituaries are normally accurate, okay? So this is where I find that people are still living and add them to the tree. So it says Albert Sapperstein, retired businessman, was held. He died Tuesday. Blah blah blah. Surviving are 3 daughters: Blanche, Lena Becker, Marv Seldo, and 4 sons: David, Reuben, Louis, and Samuel. Okay.
So
here's a brother, Louis.
So there are brothers that I've never heard of, and the only brother and Saul is not mentioned as a brother.
Now, keep in mind, the person that does the obituary, this is sad, if they have qualms with the family, they won't add them in. Okay. I found out they will not, if they're pissed off, if they're upset with someone, they won't add in the people in the obituary. Okay. So here's a second obituary. It's not very clear. So let me go to the original. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, get back. Boom, 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 boom. I must have saved it. There it is.
The Glovinsky side is so
Okay.
much.
Okay, so this is so what I have to do here. I won't do it now because of the time frame. Is
Okay.
since it's blurred, since I pay for newspapers.com, I'll go to newspapers.com and I'll be able to pull up this exact same article, and it's going to be a lot clearer than this here.
Okay.
Let's see, surviving or blah blah blah. Saul,
Yep.
David,
That's my grandfather.
Lewis,
I don't know
Alex
David
or something.
Lewis.
Alice.
I don't know
Daughters are Ada, H.A. Sippet, May, and some other people. The weird thing is sometimes they won't give the daughters a real name. They'll just give the married name, which makes it difficult for me. But, it is what it is.
Mhm.
But again, here we have all these nice pictures.
Okay.
There's his hat. I think it has something to do with his religion and, of course, where he came from.
Mhm.
So then we go here to gallery, boom. And then here's all of the pictures. It's pretty
Okay.
cool. Now, if someone wants to just see what picture, just want to see pictures, okay? What pictures did I add? So also with the clients, I send them an invitation so they can see the tree.
Right.
So as I work on the tree, they'll get a ding saying, "Hey, you got new information," and they'll be able to see the information. So by going to the media gallery, here are all the pictures that I've added so far. So here's Abe and Blanche. Okay. Here's Abe, Blanche, Sanford, Millie, Herb. Some obituaries, tombstones. This house here is where the Birnbaum family lived.
Birnbaum was my grandmother. That's the connection that brought
Here's
the
a
Birnbaums.
really neat picture of Carrie. And I like this one. These folks, you don't know who this is. These two guys are actually like vaudeville kind of entertainers. They're known as the Burns and Foran comedy group or singing group.
Okay. All right.
So that's pretty cool. We got some time left
You
here.
know that Ethel and I believe, his name was actually Abraham, but we called him Ben. Ethel and Uncle Ben were in vaudeville. I
The
believe.
neat thing too are high school pictures. Okay.
Okay.
So, when I add the high school picture, I'm also adding the entire yearbook. So the client can actually go to the tree and go page by page, remembering that time that they had in high school. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
And here's that same picture. I had colorized it.
Okay.
Some guy named Rod. This is Rod, whoever he is. Let's see. And then here is Morton Glovin. This is your father, I believe, if I'm correct.
That's my dad. Yep.
Okay. Devoted father Lucy Joe Stone of California, Amy Glovin of California, David Glovin and his wife Donna of Connecticut, Daniel Glovin of Waltham, and Cora Bina and her husband Bebeck of, I guess, Massachusetts. So I add all this stuff in there for people. And then what I do is, as I find, like Dave can attest to, I find interesting stuff, I use Facebook Messenger, and I'll send that stuff to them. As I found, hey, look, I found this. And it shows them that I'm working on the tree, shows them that I'm doing my job. And I have this one guy, actually I have a couple, but one guy in particular, he was sharing information about his family to his kids. And the kids got so interested in it that they wanted to actually be a member of the family tree so they can see it as well. And I do both sides. I don't just do Dave's. I do Bonnie's side as well because it completes the tree. Now, let's see, we got about 13 minutes left. So, what's neat is that there are. One of my other favorite other favorite hobbies is following the UFOs and aliens,
Right.
and some new stuff came out to suggest
That a lot of your clients are aliens.
that the aliens came here first. Now, this goes against everything that's biblical, unless you read the Book of Enoch. Okay, that they came here and they settled, the interbred with the humans who are living here, and it's not impossible. And there's proof, and I'll explain in a minute, that some people on Earth are from these aliens. They have DNA of the aliens in them. This is right. Congressman Gorsh was on a news program. He said that he knows for a fact that there are corporations who we have shot down through using weaponry that we don't, our top secret, shot down some of these UFOs. And they've managed to take the spaceship, to take the dead people or somewhere still living, and they've been using them. And he says he knows for a fact that they are taking the DNA of these aliens and they are kidnapping, they know for a fact, kidnapping humans, and they are interbreeding them. So who knows? You might be part of this. I don't know. But that's a subject for another broadcast.
It is a fascinating point, a fascinating broadcast. UFOs are of interest. All the technology and the conspiracy theories are definitely of interest, but they will cross over what is left of your genealogy, and do it on another Tuesday.
Yep. So,
or like another Thursday, if you wish.
So, I do confirm everything I do. Every now and then, I'll be fact checked by of living people, by my clients. Say, hey, you got a mistake here. This is those. I'll go back and I'll look up. Yeah, I made a mistake there. Living people are harder to get information because they are living. Their information is protected. The only way I can get information about them is from the client and their family, or through, like I mentioned, obituaries, wedding announcements, anniversaries, things like that. But as far as the dead people, from the day you come alive, there's a birth record somewhere. There's a baptismal or a christening. You go to school, there's your yearbooks. All this stuff is part and parcel of the historical data. Ancestry.com actually came out of Family Search. Family Search was owned by Mormons, and they sold their rights to Ancestry.com. The Mormons, for whatever reason, wanted to get this big, record of people, living people. And you find interesting things. You find battles that their ancestors fought in. Sometimes I'll find books because they came here. They wrote like a journal or some type of book about their family, about their experience, and for whatever reason they'll hide them underneath the floorboard or behind a wall, something like that. They die. Time goes by. Someone buys the house. They find out that it was built back in the 1800s. And they want to restore it. As they're turning off all the good new stuff, they find these books and journals and so forth, and they give them to Ancestry. Yeah. And because they're out of print, I can, when I want to, I can actually print them out and hand them to my clients. There are books written about family, about their ancestors, are still in print.
Yep.
You can buy them on a half a dozen different sites like Amazon and cheap books, stores like that. That's pretty cool. It's cool. Exciting. It keeps me busy, keeps my mind going,
Give people in the final few minutes as we get closer to them, give them an idea of what they are going to pay you to do this.
Well, it depends on how much they're looking to spend and how much time they want me to spend. It's going to be under $100 for sure. The reason being is that, I do get a monthly disability check. So does my wife. It's sufficient to pay my bills. The money I get from Ancestry works out like maybe $2 an hour. Okay. I spend 1 to 2 hours per day 30 days a week working on people's family trees. And it helps me buy my computers and pay for my different services. I make a few bucks, I can spend on myself. I don't make a lot of money. I do it more because I love it. I enjoy it. And I love the relationship I build with my clients. We're all friends and have been for many, many, many years.
We have been.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah, we are. So far, we're doing pretty good. At the end of the day, when the person says, you know what, Randy, I found out what I want to find out, let's bring it to an end. What I'll do is I'll download their family tree, what's called a GED file, okay? And I'll place on one of these and I mail it out to them. The person can then go and create a free ancestry tree. They can upload what I've done. They can see everything I've done. They can print out what I've done. They can manually type in what they want, okay, add in on their own. Or if they want to get their own paid subscription so they can add stuff themselves through the hints, they can do that as well.
Okay. So an idea is that it will be less than $100 for this? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Under $100.
Okay. So there you have it. All you need to do is discuss it with the man.
And there's sometimes people will reach out to me. They'll ask me, a question. Hey, Randy, what can you do prove to me what you can do, right? And what I do is I offer a 1 to 2 hours for free to show them how much I can find in that time frame. I use it as a tickle. This is what I found in 2 hours. Maybe I can do find for you in a month. And it usually works. Sometimes you're only looking for a particular question, an answer to a question, and that's fine. Sometimes I do that just for free because they're going to take a lot of my time,
Now, the biggest thing I don't understand is I am related to someone who is related to King David, but I am not related to King David directly. Is this what?
Okay, so folks, a few years back, Dave and I were really good friends. There was a blow up. And he told me to delete his tree. So I deleted his tree. It was a fairly extensive tree at that point, and there was two things that I found. Okay, the one thing I found was that he had an ancestor who was king for a day, and
that's right.
I looked into the story behind it.
Rabbi Saul.
Right, and the question was the reason why king got killed off. There was a very wealthy man who would have stepped in as king, but he wanted nothing to do with it. He walked away from it. He was walking. He was hungry. He was poor, torn clothes, and he came upon this rabbi. This rabbi reached out to him, gave him food and comfort, gave him a roof over his head. Was very nice to him. So the guy realized that there's no king, and Poland had a rule that you can't. There has to be a king on the throne. So he went back, gathered up his people, his army, and he went and he said, look, we got to fight this out, but you know what? I know a person who could be king until we get our own elected king. And he chose the rabbi. So Rabbi was king of Poland for one day.
That's all he wanted to be king for.
While they duked it out, and then he went back to being a rabbi.
Right.
Now, during that process of finding that, I found information that some other folks, living folks, were also doing research on the same family line.
Okay.
They found out that through their research that they were related to David of Israel.
Okay.
So if I would had the time, I could have seen what they did for research and then match it up with what I have, and then add that to Dave Glovin's family tree. Okay. So Dave Glovin may be related to King David.
And I'm not related to Kurt Eastwood or Clint Eastwood or
don't know that yet.
Or Charlton Heston or all of those.
Tree's still young.
All of those famous people.
I'm
not related to the Mayflower Madam or the one in New York who called herself the Mayflower?
That's Jerry. Jerry of American Rebellion.
Hey.
Yeah. It's good. He was impressed when he found that out.
Yeah.
But people you have to realize is that our country was created by Europeans coming to this land. Okay, Germany, Italy, France, England, Ireland, Scotland, and so forth. Australia. They came here for a new way of life. Some royals came here because they had all this land, all this gold, all these mineral rights that they wanted to make themselves richer. So there are some folks that I found can be connected directly to royalty, like the Queen Elizabeth and so forth. Obviously, it's distant, okay, but you're still related. And some people say, well, that's too. I'm not related to that. But yeah, you are. You're distant related. So keep in mind. I forget which one of my clients, but I was able to connect him to two people from the Mayflower. And get this, from those two people, there are 20 million descendants.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a lot of descending.
Yeah, that's a lot of dead,
Yeah. Well, so we will see where it goes, and we will do future shows on this or just about anything. Randy Rhodes wants to play his music again.
Boogie song.
So,
before I do that, there are different things I'm trying to incorporate to give as a add-on to my clients, and I created this song from Greg Owens. Unfortunately, Greg has more Yankees than he does Confederates, and so I found this one family that had a lot of people fought a couple different wars. So I took it, I used Suno.com, which I pay for, and I created this really short song, and he really liked it. So I'm playing it right now, and then I'll close with a Boogie song.
Okay.
Ready? Yep. Go ahead.
All right.
Every name on a faded page, every road sign, every age.
Oh, wait. Wrong one.
I was going to go. This is the wrong one.
Here it is.
You ready? Okay.
Who came to the new world seeking freedom and a new way of life. Robert Wadsworth arrived from England only to fight for his freedom in the Revolutionary War. He fought in the battles of the Siege of Charleston, Battle of Brandywine, and later at the Battle of Germantown. Robert Wadsworth served under General George Washington. But freedom was to be fought again when his son, Captain Joseph, fought during the Battle of 1812 under Patterson's 2nd Regiment with the Pennsylvania Militia. Still yet war was to find this family when two sons of Joseph Wadsworth fought for the Union during the Battle of the Civil War. William, who served 4 years with the 83rd Regiment of Illinois, John, serving with the 12th Regiment of Illinois Volunteer, and finally, we owe so much to our ancestors, the freedom to live life as we wish. God bless those who fought and died for you and me.
Keep in mind, folks, your ancestors fought many battles, battles that you never even heard of. Battle of Bacon, okay? When I first saw that, about bacon. Why are we fighting over bacon? Bacon was the name of the guy. Before we were a country, he had this huge city. All right, all these people living free, and England said, "You know what? We want that city." And he went to war against England, lost terribly, but there are so many battles. The Indian Wars, the French Indian War. So our ancestors had a hard time making it so that we can be here today. So we need to be very thankful for what we have. And with that, we're going to close with Boogie with the Bow.
Okay. Whoops. Close with this.
Whoops.
Oops.
Southside Stories. Thursday, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. Pull up a chair. They're talking all day. Let me introduce two great men. Dave Glovin got that wild grin. Randy Rhodes digging deep roots. History in his worn-out boots. They go back like old bar stools. Trading jokes, breaking all the rules. Call each other out on air, 'cause that's real love right there. It's Boogie with the Bull. Two friends keeping it full. They fight, they fuss, they roar, then they laugh a little more. Politics, stories, off the cuff truth. Crazy guests in the living room booth. Hit like, share, thumbs up if you will. Come Boogie with the Bull.
Boogie with the Bow. Here you go.
Boogie with the Bull, a Randy Rhodes production.
Hold on.
What?
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Boogie with the Bow.
A Randy Rhodes production. And we will
With
be
use
on
of
Thursday.
Juno.com.
We will be on Thursday, and as we usually are, and it will be just
Politics, news, and where it comes out of
politics
our
news
mouths.
of the day, and whatever comes out of our mouths with a what do you call it? A specialty of whatever comes out of our mouths.
There you go.
Randy
Take
will
care,
come.
Dave.
Randy will come with a stack of news stories, and I will tell you what I think of them.
He does. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for the time.
All right, Randy.
I gotta eat supper.
Okay, go eat supper.
See ya.
All right, Randy. Thank you. All right, Randy Rhodes, all roads lead to home genealogy. As he often says, not the biggest, but I think one of the best, if not the best. And me, y'all know who I am, and you know my groups. So you can always find me on Facebook Messenger. If you don't see me online, you can leave a message, and I get back to you as soon as I can, as soon as I see it. Wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and if I see that you left me a message, I write it back. But sometimes that's the problem. I did that the other day. I sent my wife something that she should read and appreciate at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then when her phone dinged on the other side of the bed, I realized how stupid I was. So I'm giving everybody advice. Please don't do that. If you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and send something to your wife at 4 o'clock in the morning, because you will probably not do it again. So think about it before you do. But anyway, I'm Dave Glovin. You're not, like I said, Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time to about 8 o'clock, a little bit later. And we're playing around with Tuesdays from 7 to 8. Also, not sure what we're going to do with it yet. But if you want to be a part of it, or you want to be featured on a Boogie with the Bull, we will give you the floor on Tuesdays. Just let us know what you want to do and what Tuesday you're talking about, and we'll fit it in and get it all wired up to you. I want to thank the people at Restream. We are using free Restream at this moment in time, but it allows you to do just about everything you can do if you pay for it. Except I can't replace where it says restream on the corner of the screen and put a Boogie with a Bull logo up there instead. At least that's what they told me the last time I asked. I'm seeing so much of I'm able to do things that you should only have to pay for, but I'm not paying for them. I'm on free restream, which you can be on for as long as you want. I believe there is some advertising that might hit a broadcast before or after they end. I don't know about during it. If you watch it on the Restream channel, you may see us get interrupted for commercials. I really don't know. But you can also watch us on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/@ which is shifted to Dave Glovin. You can watch old Boogie with the Bulls that are there also. So if you missed one and you don't see it even on Facebook, if you missed one, because they do delete us every 30 days, you can talk to me and I will send it to you if I have it. Paid restream, they hold it indefinitely. When you go to unpaid restream, they do not hold it indefinitely. They do give you some time to take whatever you have saved there, but they don't hold it indefinitely. So decide amongst yourselves what you want to do, and you'll be happy with the service that you do get. Anyway, we'll say goodbye right now. We'll slide up and wait a minute. We'll X this one out. Then we'll slide up and hit. There it is. We'll slide up and hit that one. And then we'll slide over